All practice pages and other materials for learning cursive are available at my Teachers Pay Teachers store at www.teacherspayteachers.com/store/Ann-Fosnight. Learning Cursive Lesson 35, capital N. Looking at capital N in print and in cursive, we see that they don't look a lot alike. If we think about a lowercase n, it looks a little bit like it, except that the first hump is shortened. I call our next four capital letters the candy cane capitals. That's because they begin with the shape like a candy cane. N, M, H, and K are the candy cane capitals. The candy cane capitals begin with a shape that looks like a candy cane. It starts between the midline and the headline in an overcurve and a slant to the baseline. When I make the N then, I make the candy cane. It starts between the midline and the headline, slants down, trace back up in an overcurve. This overcurve does not quite touch the headline, comes back down in an undercurve. So let's look at it again. We have the candy cane, we have the overcurve, and the undercurve. A candy cane, an overcurve, and an undercurve. As you get ready to complete your practice page for capital N, remember, you need to be sitting up straight. Your desk area needs to be cleared. You need to have a proper slant on your paper, and you need to write your name neatly at the top of the page. The capital N is the first of our candy cane letters. It begins with a candy cane shape. The candy cane begins just in between the midline and the headline. And it just looks like a candy cane. Then we make an overcurve that does not go all the way to the headline. It's about midway between the midline and the headline also. And that's our capital N. So the candy cane is all the way to the top. Then the overcurve's most of the way to the top. We keep it pretty close together. We don't want it really wide. So we have an overcurve, slant, overcurve, slant turned into an undercurve. And that's our capital N. When you've practiced the training wheel letters and you've trained your hand in the correct steps and strokes for capital N, try the next line. Candy cane, overcurve not quite to the top, slant, undercurve. A capital N is a connecting letter. It connects with an undercurve, which makes it pretty easy. So we do our candy cane overcurve, slant, overcurve, slant, undercurve, and connect to the next letter. Just a little bit of practice on that, and you'll be ready to try words or names with capital N. I have Nate, Nancy, Nardo, Naoki, Nikolai, and Nikki. If your name starts with N, replace one of them and write it yourself, your own name. Capital M is our next candy cane letter, very similar to a capital N. So I'll see you next time.